Yeah, okay. Those who can't hear me, just raise your hands. Okay. Right, so we are here at Lloyds, two of us. My name is Astitva Karunesh, and I work as AI Business Lead within the AI Center of Excellence in Chief Data Analytics Office. And my role is to work alongside the different business units across the organization to help drive the AI initiatives. And we have been doing that for a number of years, especially with AI becoming new AI, Gen AI and Agentic. There's a lot of focus on the Center of Excellence driving the value with the business units that we work closely with. I've got my colleague, Lara, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Lara Vomfell. I am a senior data scientist and AI scientist now in the AI Center of Excellence. My role is basically helping people like Astitva ideate on how we bring AI into the organization and then actually see that all the way through to delivery.
Thank you, Lara. So we'll talk about how we are using AI within LBG and how we've managed to deliver what you'd see significant value for the business. How we delivered significant value for the business, and I'll hand over to my colleague Lara to take us through the slides.
Thank you. I think I prefer that using my honest. Content-wise, we'll just whiz through where we think AI is today, what that means for us as an organization, how we deliver AI across 3 pillars, and then finally where we think that's going to take us in the next year. But maybe just to say, I always like to start on a justification why you should listen to us, and the answer shouldn't just be because we got the kind of pace for you guys. So just to say, Lloyds as an organization, we're already seeing value release from generative AI. In the last year alone, we delivered over 50 use cases that together accounted for over 50 million of added benefit just from those use cases alone. Not only we think that we're doing pretty okay on AI, we're also being recognized across the industry for that. So Microsoft singled us out for leading AI adoption within financial services. Over 90% of our colleagues are already using AI day-to-day in their work. And we're really quite proud. We recently leapfrogged 12 ranks in the Evident AI index. Basically, that is an index looking at banks across the world and how they're doing on AI. We're at number 15 worldwide now. We were especially singled out for our efforts in leadership and the Responsible AI program, which we'll come back to later. But I hope that's enough of an explanation for why we're here. So I think it's almost impossible to do a slide on where's AI today without having it go stale in weeks, right? So just to say, the defining feature of AI as a technology is its pace. We're sort of seeing new foundation models being released in weeks. We're seeing new capabilities emerge, whether that's multimodal models, agentic AI assistants now, whether it's the embedding of AI into social media feeds or browsers. Things are changing very fast, and we're sort of way beyond a world in which AI is sort of an interesting gimmick, right? What that means is that more and more people are using AI in the UK. And again, the use cases here are really maturing away from maybe interesting image generation, right? We're seeing people use that for increasingly serious purposes, whether it's companionship or, interesting for us, money management. So over a third of people in the UK are using AI on a regular basis for just their financial day-to-day management, but increasingly also for financial guidance and advice. And well, I don't know what next AI capability is sort of going to burst onto the scene. We can be pretty sure that more and more people are going to jump on that and use that. But that's just on the consumer side. What does it mean for organizations? Well, actually, most financial services in the UK are already pretty hands-on with AI. We're seeing lots of organizations use it. We're seeing lots of organizations see value from it. And again, the use cases there are maturing as well. We've sort of moved on from simple like search or retrieval models to increasingly quite sophisticated models around customer interactions, agentic, or developer support. Again, so AI is moving very, very fast, but there's an a very strong potential for consumers as well as organizations. What does that mean for Lloyds? Well, we think AI is a truly transformative technology. So what that means for us is we're not sort of looking to sprinkle a bit of AI on top of what we're already doing. We're thinking of AI as technology that has the potential to really reimagine the way that we're doing business, the way that we're talking to our customers, the way that we do banking. We're delivering AI across sort of 3 main pillars. Impact, so that means really going after transformative, high-value use cases to, again, not just do a bit of sprinkling on top. It means building out an AI platform that allows us to actually build out those AI use cases and actually deliver them at scale. We're one of the largest UK retail banks, so you can just imagine what the scale of that looks like. And we have to do it responsibly. We're a regulated industry, but also people have a lot of trust in us as an organization to deliver the right outcomes for them. And finally, people. So we think of our colleagues as quite important catalysts, actually, to help drive the delivery of AI. So we're doing a lot of work around upskilling people in understanding AI, seeing the potential in AI, and helping them work together to actually realize how can we reimagine the business with AI. I think one thing that's maybe on a personal note missing from that slide, I think underpinning all of that is a real culture of experimentation. When AI sort of first came out, it's new technology, we don't know what works, we don't know what's valuable, we don't know what has impact. So a lot of the work that we're doing in the AI Center of Excellence at the moment, and have been doing for a number of years, is experimenting, proof of concepts, prototypes, trying to figure out what works, and then going after those high-value opportunities. And frankly, I think we're seeing sort of that pay off, right? I mentioned that in 2025, we saw a lot of value being released from those use cases, and it's sort of in the spirit of experimentation, we identified 5 delivery domains where we see the highest impact from AI. The first one, sorry, I'm going to have to come a bit closer to the font here. Thank you. The first one is in customer interaction. So that's anything that's actually going to a customer. In 2025, we released Gen AI-powered search in the app, making it easier for customers to actually find the right information that they're looking for. Another domain is around customer operations. So actually making it easier for our colleagues working in the back end to automate repetitive or sort of cumbersome processes. We had a number of use cases in the complaints handling space. Also our frontline colleagues, if you can imagine sort of working in a branch, you have to actually hold on to quite a lot of information and regulation. So we released a knowledge management tool that made it a lot easier and faster for those colleagues to actually get to the right information fast. We're doing something quite similar across the entire colleague base. In 2005, we released an HR management tool, which once again just made it so much faster and so much easier to find information. And finally, we're also seeing a lot of productivity gains from any kind of engineering support. So GitHub Copilot was a big benefit here. And again, I think, like as a colleague at Lloyds, the impact of that is genuinely felt. So we can genuinely see how just in the last year alone, those use cases have really made things feel faster and easier and just a lot more simplified. It's so much easier to find information. So much faster now to find information and get to the right information. So it's like as a colleague working at Lloyds, this is great. But just to say, we're not just sort of doing this selfishly just for us to sort of have a nicer job, but crucially deliver this for our customers. So one of the things we were really proud of doing last year is the release of Coach AI, which is an in-app agentic money management agent that customers can sort of interact with, ask questions, and get personalized guidance on their money management, and have those answers be grounded not just in their own data, but also the LBG expertise and the conversation. That's not scheduled for wider release in 2026, so really excited to bring this on. At this point, I'll hand over to my colleague.
Thank you, Lara. I think Lara summarized really nicely how we are making the impact felt in Lloyds and to our customers.
Sorry, microphone actually.
Okay. Can you hear me better now? Okay, brilliant. Right, so what I'll go through now is effectively how we are doing this, right? So platform and people are really key for making Lloyds successful and delivering value across AI. And what underpins good AI effectively is the infrastructure and the platform that we have underneath it. Goes without saying, a lot of you working in financial services, legacy organizations will feel the pain of not having AI-ready data. So that's a key area that we are continuously investing more on, and we have seen return on investment on that through the use cases that we've worked through. So we'll continue to work on that. More modern cloud infrastructure. That is our Google platform that we have partnered with. They are our strategic partner. And we have continued to build a robust platform that allows us to scale the AI solutions that we're building across the board. Responsible AI is embedded by design within the AI lifecycle that we have. So it's not like an afterthought. You have to, and it's almost like built in the lifecycle to go through the AI governance and responsible AI processes. And we're building cutting-edge AI capabilities that are repeatable and allow us to scale in very, very quick time. So something that we are continuously investing in. Responsible AI, as Lara mentioned earlier, is an award-winning program within Lloyds. It has been recognized externally as well, and we are very proud of it. It is underpinned by 7 ethics principles that are on your screen, but also they're practical tools, and a framework that allows the data scientists to follow step by step things that they need to evaluate and guardrails that they need to put in place for the AI models and the AI solutions to work in. We also growing our skills, as we mentioned, as we go along, so heavily investing in people. At the top end of the hierarchy, we are upskilling our SLT population through a program called Leading with AI, where they are sent to Cambridge Just Business School to learn about AI in a 6-month accelerated learning program. And at the start of or the entry level of our pyramid, we've got what we call Gen AI or Data Science and Gen AI Next Gen Talent Program. It is a graduate route to create a really robust pipeline of educated, specialized professionals who excel at AI and data science. So we are working at both ends of the spectrum, but we're not leaving behind the middle layer, which is how do we enable all of our colleagues with AI. So not only are we heavily investing in their training and giving them the productivity tools, but also making sure that there is an opportunity for them to upskill and learn based on different persona. So we've got an AI Academy program which helps them learn about practical AI skills. We've got, and this provides access to 67,000 colleagues across the organization. So a very intensive program that exists and provides an opportunity for the employees to take up formal learning program in AI. We also have Data Summer School, which is focused on AI as well now, and we had more than 90,000 registrations just last year on that program. So we're going all in, as you can see, on upskilling our population within AI, within LBG with AI. That leaves us with the question of what lies ahead. In 2026, if I were to go back to our 3 pillars, we'd be accelerating the delivery of AI or accelerating the value that we generate through AI. Last year, we have successfully delivered 50 million plus of business benefits. And this year in 2026, our target is 100 million plus. So that's what we are actively working towards. The investment in building our robust AI platform will continue, and we're looking at opportunities to allow us to accelerate through repeatability and scalability built into the model itself, the platform itself. and we'll continue to upskill through the various learning programs that I mentioned, the population with AI. I wanted to bring in some external perspective as well, so I'm going to showcase this video that is from Visa. It kind of builds into the theory of what is next, right? What is going to come next given the agentic focus of all the companies. This is a video from Visa Agentic Commerce. I'll let you have a view of it.
Introducing Visa Intelligent Commerce, allowing AI to shop and buy. Add, smile, done. It's that simple. You're in control to make the final call. Or you set the limits and let it do the rest. New way to buy, same trusted, secure way to pay. Visa Intelligent Commerce. Use AI to buy.
Right, so hopefully that gives a glimpse of what's to come. This is Visa on their public website, not an experiment that's happening closed doors, right? So agentic commerce becoming, or soon becoming a reality. And given that we have an opportunity to discuss this further, I thought it may be good for us to think about what's next in banking. And given the expertise that we have, especially in the tech area and financial services, I've been told, I wanted to take your take if anybody wants to share what they think would be the next thing in banking, but also very open to any questions that anybody may have. Thank you.
That was exceptional and lovely to hear what Lloyds are doing. So we've got time for 2 questions. Has anybody got a question? Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Thomas. How do you measure actually that return on investment of the 100 or 50 million last year and 100 million investment for this year?
Yeah, so we've got like a process to first evaluate each of the use case in terms of the potential benefit that we think it will give in terms of increment in revenue or saving, potential risk mitigation. And our approach is simple. We try to keep the value measurement in pounds as much as possible. So that's what we do ahead of starting a project. And then once we've done a bit of experimentation, so we know what's the feasibility, we go on to do an interlock with our finance teams to say, this is our approach. We think this is what this use case is going to deliver. Does this sound like a sensible approach? And that's how we measure what is the value that we are hoping to achieve. And then there is a value tracking happening to ensure that whatever we signed up for is actually getting delivered through that initiative.
Thank you for the presentation. It's very cool that you've managed to put over 50 AI use cases into production last year. Though I know there's quite a lot of them with kind of knowledge assistant types, chatbot types, co-pilot types. So do you feel you have moved on from those use cases into real transformative use cases that transform the way banking works? Or are you still in the exploration stage?
Great question, thank you. Last year, our approach was to focus on quick wins and to really understand what are the opportunities and pitfalls of developing AI solutions. So I would say last year our approach was a bit risk averse because we didn't know how the technology would work or not work. And that's why you see in the presentation that I showed earlier, there was like a risk-averse approach in terms of going out to customers with AI solutions. But this year we are more risk managed because we know through the experiments and the work that we did last year how things are panning out, where our risks actually exist, what are the pitfalls that we've learned from previous work that we've done. And this year we are truly transforming some of these areas. So we've got like key priority areas identified in different business units, and we go through a very detailed vision process to understand how we transform that area, which allows us to identify use cases that we should implement in those areas. So, this year, a lot of use cases you will see are actually transforming bottom up, really.
And then from a technology point of view, what are the levers that you're pulling in order to get to those benefits and use cases?
When you say technology, do you mean?
Apart from GitHub Copilot licenses and chatbots, what else are you doing?
Yeah, so I don't know how much I can talk about the exact use cases, but at a high level, what we're trying to do is use Agentic AI, both for cost optimization as well as customer interaction. Those would be the two key areas how I'll define them. And Agentic, has a number of levers within it in terms of how you deliver Agentic. Obviously, a risk-based approach, but risk-managed approach in terms of how we mitigate some of those risks through the guardrails that we're developing. In terms of other use cases that are in that space, I would say risk mitigation is also one key area that we are looking at. So a number of use cases where we have inconsistency because there is not one process or automation that allows us to have a consistent view over a process. That is also something that we're exploring in a number of risk areas associated with the use cases that we're looking at. I don't know if I answered your question, but hopefully, yeah.
Very
Don't know if
short
you've got
time for questions. Thank you very much. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.